musical ride was formed by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police as a showcase of their prodigious skill.
Amazing! I want some of that. Can you shoot me something like that?
The 32 riders.
Let's go for it!
Horses, the Scarlet Team, the Battle Lance, and the precision drills which culminated the Dome Warrior have inspired wonders since their inception in 1873.
Chicago's gonna love these guys! That is to the bone. Beautiful. Okay, sweetheart, grab me some shots now. Boom, boom, boom. I want faces, lots of faces.
You don't think we need, say, an on-the-spot interview?
Are you kidding? You mean one of those 70s let's talk about something we already know interviews? I don't think so. What America wants is inspiration, not chit-chat. America wants heroes.
What about that?
Shoot her!
Rolling. What about that fellow with the big ears?
Ross Perot?
No, I was talking Mickey Mouse.
Does Mickey have a red tunic? Does he have a battle lance? I think not. Let's go now. Hunks on horseback. Let's shoot it.
We have track clearance, so as soon as they're loaded, let me know.
Nothing quite like it, is there, son?
Oh, hi, Dad. I didn't know you were coming.
I wouldn't have missed this for the world. Stirs the blood.
You don't have blood. You're dead.
I got the memory of blood. Something beating in there. Oh, would you look? My old stablemate.
Looks good, doesn't he?
It's just a uniform.
Why don't you go say hello?
No, I wouldn't want to impose.
Well, you're dead. It's not really an imposition.
I don't know if I'd be able to.
You could give it a try.
Well, then, maybe I will.
Good luck.
Yeah, right up the nose.
Got it.
Yes.
Looks
Right
good.
up the nose. Yes.
Step
Up
one,
close and
Constable.
personal.
Benton,
Did they issue you one of these yet?
not yet, sir, no.
You're young. In a few years, that steel blade that you took in the leg, it'll start acting up, just like it did with me.
Try spending a week on the stakeout with him in Dead Horse Gulch.
Do you mind?
What's that?
Nothing, sir.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
The boys introduced me to a real eye-opener the other night. Moose hawk rolled in wild boar tongue, covered with gorgonzola cheese.
I'd like to try that sometime.
Don't be too hasty. It seems to follow you around for a while.
All aboard!
Why are you calling me, Benny?
You told me to, Ray.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. In fact, your exact words were, let me know how it goes.
You see, this is another thing that's wrong with you, Benny. When someone tells you to let them know how it goes, they don't mean that you should call them and let them know how it goes as it's going. What they mean is that you should let them know how it goes after it's all said and done. Do you understand?
Not entirely, no. How's Diefenbaker?
He's fine, Benny. Gotta go.
Right.
Okay, gentlemen, here we go. We have the 2-3 possible straight, 2-3-7, no help there.
We will avoid specifics. We will speak only when we are spoken to. We will keep our responses short and to the point. We will maintain our postures, and above all, we will act naturally. Why are they staring at me?
I suspect they're terrified men.
The whole point of this exercise is to bring a new dynamism to our image. Look at them. They're stiffs. Make them do something, anything. They can break into song for all I care. They just can't sit there.
Into songs?
Yes. Make them sing.
Understood.
Excuse me, may I,
Thank you, Connie. You're sure about this?
Yes.
Very well.
Well, I was born up north of Great Slave, 1898, and I rode near all my life on a ranch near Devil's Gate. And I've seen this world about me bend and flip and change. Hey, it feels like rain. That's a thundercloud. Well, I've been called a coward, but I've seen 2 world wars, and I lost my son Virgil, a Korean reward, and my Lucy died last summer. You ask me if I cry, hell, I'll show you tears. They're all over this ground. They're falling from these blue Alberta skies. We're gonna ride forever. You can't keep horsemen in a cage. Should the angels call, well, it's only then we might pull in the rain. Now to tell me I'm an old man, tell me I am blind. They took my driver's license, this house ain't far behind. I said, jump back all you vixens, you got something wrong, 'cause I ain't gone.
Fraser, I was in the middle of a very
I
important...
apologize for interrupting, sir, but I believe something is amiss.
Well, I suppose that there is always room for improvement, but on the whole, I think we've got some promising voices.
No, it's not with the singers, sir. It's with the film crew.
The film crew?
If that is indeed what they are.
Okay. Let's do it.
We're gonna ride forever. You can't keep horsemen in a cage. Should the angels call, well, it's only then I pull in the rain.
So I say to all you old men, don't let yourself get broke. If you think the world's gone crazy and it's scratching at your throat, time to dust off that old saddle, get it on a horse, kick up your spurs. We're gonna run like stink. We're gonna tear across these blue Alberta skies. I'm gonna ride forever. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Man, I didn't realize how. Oh, sorry. No.
Well, what do you suppose we do?
I'd like a moment to think about that.
Well, that's very helpful.
Sergeant Fraser! Before you continue, may I have a word with you?
Friend or foe?
A friend, I assure you.
Where are you?
I'm right here, sir.
In the sink?
No, sir. To the rear.
Great Scott, Benton?
I'm relieved to see you're all right, sir.
It's a matter of opinion. What are you doing in my toilet?
Well, I've come to debrief you, sir.
Is something wrong with the door?
We have a problem, sir. I believe that the men have all been gassed.
Oh, my God.
Yes, and furthermore, it's my belief that this train is no longer under our control.
Worse than I thought.
Yes, sir, and I thought it prudent to inform you.
Inform me? I've been living with it for a week.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry, but I can't see how this relates to the terrorists.
Neither can I.
It is my belief that this train has been taken over by terrorists and that they have gassed the men into a stupor.
Well, that's a relief.
That's a relief?
How many terrorists?
Undetermined, sir.
Strategy?
Unformed. I thought I should first assess your status and then report back to our superior officer. In the meantime, I suggest you just continue with your current project.
Oh, yeah, good luck, son. Benton, my arm is stuck. My arm is stuck in the hole. Give me some help, Constable. That's an order.
You sound like an old man.
I sound like what?
An old man!
You say that I'm an old man. I'll tell you that.
How are you, Buck?
Just as I suspected. You've changed.
And she's looking real good, don't you think? I just love a woman in a uniform. And these particular uniforms are so darned arresting, I just thought to myself, hey, why not? Whoa!
Now, what is there about this situation that you can't believe? That I'm dead?
Oh. Absolutely not. I believe you there. But there is one thing that bothers me. I mean, you seem to be who you seem to be, but by the same token, then you do not seem to be who you do not seem to be. And that's a different story. There you are.
You want proof?
What?
You want proof?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's hear it.
Very well. On April 23rd, 1957, 60 miles north of Destruction Bay, two young men stood on a rope bridge which spanned a canyon. On the other side of that bridge, a young woman was being held in the clutches of a deviant. They had two cartridges between them and one rifle. They knew it was an impossible shot, but each one knew that whoever made that shot would secure the love of that woman. First man tried, he failed, and the second one tried, and he won the whole shooting match.
And we were very happy, Caroline and I.
Yeah, I know that. But the question is, these two men, through their long years of friendship, often talked about that impossible shot. And when they did, what did they call it?
The shot, you mean?
Yes, the shot.
Shot they call...
your time is up.
No, come on.
Bob Fraser would have given me the answer in 1 second.
Well, I'm dead and it affects your memory.
Out now.
But, all right. It was called the Great Yukon Double Douglas Fir Telescoping Bank Shot.
My God. Bob Fraser. I did that. Oh. Does that always happen?
That's not important. Important thing is you're in quite a pickle, my friend. You got a train to stop.
Right you are.
How do you stop a train?
You put on the brakes.
Look, I am holding the bullet in Low Chicago in a $1,200 pot that keeps on growing. This better be good.
This is Constable Benton Fraser of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and I am reading a prepared text.
Am I some kind of god? Am I some kind of bad luck god or what? Hold on.
023, traveling on the Palliser line, is now hostage. Any attempt to board the train will result in the death of those on board.
Okay, you ready? Shoot.
Our demands are as follows. $10 million. To be delivered by Detective First Grade Raymond Vecchio of the Chicago Police Department.
I'm out.
I'm in company to station siding number 33 on the
Palliser line by 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be ever vigilant, America, for the enemy is already among us.
I'm in. I'll see that 300. Raise you 100.
What do you hear me about?
Nothing.
The new Herman always means something.
Well, do you know how to operate a train?
Was counting on you.
I haven't the foggiest.
Oh, well. Can't be that hard. Must be some place where they put the coal.
Sir, we have a situation.
What do you got for me?
Nothing yet. We're running Vecchio's tape for a voice match, but that could take a while.
Get Harris at State. I want him online. And get the divisional guy from the NTSB down here now. Jordan, Phelps, McTavish inside. All right, gentlemen, here's our situation. Representatives from State and the NSC are meeting regarding the larger implications. Now, as I speak, 2 rapid response teams are flying in from Fort Bragg.
What, no B-52 squadron?
You have a problem with this, Detective?
You know, Ford, we all have our own style. Me, I get a headache. I don't take a chainsaw to it. I swallow a couple aspirin.
Vecchio, this is their field protocol.
Lieutenant, there are people on that train. Sure, they're Canadians, but they're still people, and we don't know what their situation is.
That's right, Detective. We can't talk to them, so we don't know. Therefore, we assume the situation has gone sour until we receive confirmation, one way or the other. You know, let's be clear about one thing, all right? You are a conduit. You deliver the money. Nothing more. Do we understand each other?
I don't think that's possible.
I'm confused. What is a musical ride? I mean, some kind of theme park thing?
Oh, no. It's much more than that. It's 32 horses and riders moving as one. Perfect harmony between man and beast. The kaleidoscope of manes and tails and battle lances crisscrossing in a collage of synchronous movement. Takes your breath away. Hey, I was a kid. It haunted me.
On the railroad track, as I go, I love to sing a mountie on my back. Now then, in an effort to show you that my intentions are serious, I was thinking that this is a gesture you might appreciate. Now, this amuses me, you see. Superior officer, junior officer, boss, worker, the empowered, the unempowered. And look, they're even hugging each other. It's a beautiful thing, don't you think?
What do you hope to gain from this?
You couldn't possibly imagine. Well, maybe you can. Start by thinking, train. Now think, explosives. Now put them together. Train, explosives. If they move, shoot them.
We have confirmation. A Mountie showed up for lunch at a farmer's house. I'll get the money ready.
Get Vecchio in here.
Uh-huh.
What do you got there?
I found it. Found a break.
What makes you think it's a break?
It's written right on it, break.
Could be a ruse.
To what end?
Something criminal.
Are you insinuating that an entire design crew has deliberately mislabeled the key elements of a train?
It's possible.
I'm talking to a lunatic.
Now, you see, this is what's wrong with you, Buck. You discount everything but the probable. It's why you couldn't make that shot way back then.
Don't think that you can twist the knife. You know, that was springtime. I had my allergies. My eyes were cloudy.
Whatever helps you sleep.
This is the break, Bob. And I'm going to bring this train to a halt.
Wait,
What?
what are these?
Wires. Oh, my God.
They bypassed the brakes.
We better get a hold of Benton. This train is a runaway.
This train is a runaway.
Yeah, and don't wait up.
The men aren't dead, are they, Fraser?
No, ma'am. As we passed through, the ride car detected the after odor of the Quixotoman root. It's found exclusively in the upper reaches of the Amazon basin. In its gaseous form, it's known as Quixotomanophyll. It's a paralytic. It's harmless, but the men won't regain consciousness for approximately 26 minutes.
Say no more. Excuse me.
How you doing? I'm with the police.
You are? And where are they?
Well, I'm it. I'm the police.
You are? Hey, do you like it, son? Does it pay well?
Yeah, it's fine. Do you have something called a mail poll?
Robert De Niro? That's who I based my whole character on. You met him?
Dated him.
De Niro?
He gave me a tattoo on my hip.
Very nice work, ma'am.
Thank you.
May I...
May you what?
Escada?
I beg your pardon?
That fragrance you're wearing.
No.
Cartier?
No.
Chanel?
Please.
I give up. What is the perfume you're wearing?
I'm not wearing anything, Fraser. I hate perfume.
All there? Perfect. I'll find the old geezer and give him the heave-ho.
Allow me to debrief you. The enemy has bypassed the brake valve. In a nutshell, this train is a runaway.
Not only is it a runaway, sir, I think it's loaded with explosives.
The station back there, they took something off the mail pole.
Ransom.
Which leaves only one conclusion. The ransom was a cover. Their darker purpose is to drive this bomb into the heart of Chicago.
Do you have your gun?
Left it at the border.
Likewise.
Why don't you use my gun?
We survived this. Remind me to make some changes to official travel policy.
Stand clear.
Well, he's going to need some help.
No. It's my responsibility.
Glad you could join me.
Ma'am, I really would prefer that you not... Oh, dear!
It was my fault.
No, it wasn't.
Well, in a way it was.
Stay out of this.
How can I stay out of it? I am the senior officer on board this train. Fraser was on my immediate staff. He was my responsibility.
Well, she has a point, Buck.
He drove me crazy, that's no secret. But lately I had started to think. I mean, I had started to feel.
Great Scott, you don't think she...
Great Scott, you don't suppose that you're...
I'm confused, Sergeant. My feelings are very confused.
I see.
I see? What kind of counsel is that? Console her, for God's sake.
Inspector, there are times between men and women, when things grow, feelings, well, enough said.
Enough said?
You're right, Sergeant. We've got a train to stop. We have to push on. You handle the men, I'll take the engine.
She really takes death in her stride, doesn't she?
You don't think that Benton is really dead, do you?
No. My guess is he's executing a plan to bring this crisis to an end.
You got any way to track these trains? Some kind of grid or a computer or something?
Oh, sure, they gave me a computer, but it's a useless piece of junk. There's nothing on it but fish. Little fish swimming around.
Well, they call that a screensaver.
Hey, you some kind of expert?
I can't find Brex.
Forget about Brex.
I love you, big lug.
I know. Now let's go set some charges and head back to the caboose. Huh? Yeah. Let's do it.
Ma'am!
Fraser!
Thank God you're all right.
I thought you were...
Dead? No, ma'am.
How did you...
Well, it's not important. What is important?
Not important. I grieved for you.
You did?
Briefly.
Understood. Red suits you. I've had some time to think about it, and it's my conclusion that given the nature of our situation and the threat that we pose, if we fail to stop this train, then the only logical course of action for the authorities will be to destroy it.
And everyone on board?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's madness.
Now, put yourself in their position. Wouldn't you do the same?
You think I could be that cold-hearted?
Well, forgive me, ma'am, but I would have thought you more than up to the challenge.
Is that what you think of me?
I don't mean to upset you.
I'm not upset, Fraser.
It's just what I'm trying to say is...
Let's go. Fraser, I am upset. What makes you think we're so different? You graduated the first of your class, and so did I. You received medals for field work. So did I. You wear red serge, I wear red serge. The only difference between us is that you're a woman and I'm not.
I think you have that backward, ma'am.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
I'm not made of stone.
I'm very much aware of that.
Are you?
Yes.
You are?
I know you have a heart. And I think it beats just the same as mine.
You think it does?
Yes.
What about right now?
It's racing.
Out of control?
It's a runaway.
I'm not one to throw water on a decent fire, but something is afoot. The enemy is gathering in the caboose.
We were just
strategy session, I understand.
They've gone off the grid.
It's not a jet, people. Find it. Find it.
Where the hell did it go?
Told you it was a useless piece of junk.
We got him back!
Where does this end up?
At a nuclear plant, but your train won't make it there because there's another one coming this way carrying spent fuel rods.
Why the hell would they divert fuel rods?
Yep. It's a trainload of radioactive uranium.
So if their train meets up with our train and our train's wired, oh my God, you got a car?
Yeah, I got a car.
Let's go.
We have a voice match.
Name, Bolt, Randall K., born Oregon 1953, ex-military demolitions expert. Dishonorably discharged in 1987 following an explosion at an officer's mess in Baden-Baden. Went underground stateside, resurfaced in a white supremacist group based out of Idaho called the Fathers of Confederation. He's been linked to a number of recent bombings and train derailments.
What's this?
Safety measure. Emergency runoff shut.
Can we get our train on it?
Just gotta get to the switch.
All right. Follow me.
No.
Ma'am?
This is my detail. I'll go first. You'll follow me.
Boy, times change. On balance, I think for the better, but in my day, a woman wouldn't be allowed to.
You mind? You mean that you can... Great Scott.
Fellas, this is not a good time to ponder on one of death's mysteries. What happened to your hat?
Nothing.
Understood.
Ready? Go.
Well, howdy, gentlemen. Look, first of all, I want you to know that I have no quarrel with you personally. As a matter of fact, I really love that horsey thing you do, you know, and kind of turns me on. But the American government is an outlaw government because it is a government that has chosen to betray the sacred trust of its founding fathers. And that betrayal cannot be tolerated. So that so-called government has to be punished, you see. So I have decided to take this opportunity to demonstrate a little trick I've been working on with this radio frequency transmitter. This train is bound for glory, because this train is now a trigger mechanism for an imminent nuclear meltdown.
Priority, son.
Yes, sir.
Priority.
Buck, would you have a word with him?
Why me? He's your son.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm dead, and my advice has been growing stale lately. Go on, go ahead.
Benton, your mother married a good man.
Yes, she did.
I suppose in a way that your father and I were rivals, but in the end, we forged ahead. We overcame no matter what. What I mean is that between men and women there are things, between men and women there are things which arise, feelings.
She's my superior officer, sir. That's all.
Well, enough said.
All done?
Yeah.
Back to business.
All right, we've got a fail-safe position at mile 31. The train enters the tunnel, we can pull the rails, hit it with everything we've got.
Wait. You're gonna blow up the train?
Would you rather we blow up Chicago?
Go!
Good timing. We could use some extra men.
Hey, look, we just jumped onto a speeding train. You think someone could say hello?
Hello, Ray. We're in a bit of a pickle.
You're telling me, and it's a dill. This train is on a collision course with a load of radioactive uranium. I'm talking major meltdown.
And we are heading south.
What do you mean, South, honey? I thought we were heading north.
Change of plan.
What do you mean, change?
Of plans. Well, several changes of plan, actually. We are heading south to an ATV and a helicopter. And second, well, it turns out I'm kind of greedy, so you won't be coming along.
Just you and me now, Inspector Thatcher.
They got the Dragon Lady.
Let's get to work.
All right, priorities. 1, defuse the train. 2, stop the bomb.
Or we could defuse the bomb and then stop the train.
Exactly. Have I overlooked something?
What if we can't do either?
I found us a safety net. There's an emergency runoff shunt a couple of miles down line.
How do we pull the switch?
We won't have to. I got a man on it right now.
He'll be at the switch before we get there.
Our chariot awaits!
We have a train at 12 noon.
Range? 6.3 kilometers.
6.3 kilometers.
It's got to be something right in front of us.
6.1 kilometers.
Something obvious.
5.7 kilometers.
5.7 kilometers.
Where's your man on the shot? Don't worry, he'll be there.
No, son, I don't think he will be. Give me that gun.
Sir?
You heard me. The gun. Stand back.
The Great Yukon double Douglas fir telescoping bank shot?
Any bloody shot I can make. What end of this thing do you look through?
I haven't a clue. How about this?
Technology. Forget it.
So what are these numbers? Well, these indicate the hours, minutes, and seconds, which means this must indicate the
speed of the train.
Right, so this will function as a monitor. If the train decelerates, it'll send a signal to the clapboard, which in turn will send a pulse to the explosives.
So we have to trick it into thinking that it's still moving.
Impossible angle.
No angle is impossible.
You were Bob Fraser, young Bob Fraser. Look at me now. My eyes are fading, my knees won't hold me up. But I've been passing wind for the past week.
Do you want me to tell you how I made that shot?
No.
Give me a wire.
Of course, if you feel you must, then go ahead.
Hurry up, start to fan.
Good man.
It's working. Hit the brakes!
If it was me, son, I'd saddle a horse.
Where are you going?
Saddle a horse.
Where's he going?
Saddle a horse.
What about the men?
Well, if Benton's right, they should be coming to right about now.
We're gonna ride forever. You can't keep horsemen in a cage. Should the angels call? Well, it's only then. I might pull in the rain.
You didn't think you were going to take this ride by yourself, did you? Bob, isn't that my old horse Bucket that was shot out from under me in Dry Gulch Canyon?
Yeah, I thought you'd like to see him again.
Oh, yes. Very thoughtful.
Did I congratulate you on that shot?
Yes, I hit the target.
Well, anyway, it ranks right up there with the great Yukon, double Douglas fir, telescoping bank shot.
Well, you realize, of course, that I knew that you were always the one she loved.
Oh, now you're saying you missed intentionally.
We were friends. No, we weren't. Yes, we were.
No.
Don't you tell me after 37 years together.
No.
Of course.
You told people I was your friend, but no, I was...
You realize, Fraser, that what happened between us can never repeat itself. Unless, of course, the exact same circumstances were to repeat themselves.
By exact same circumstances, sir, you mean we would have to be aboard a train loaded with unconscious mounties that have been taken over by terrorists and we're heading for a nuclear catastrophe?
Exactly.
Understood.
I know, big fella. But there are times between men and women when things come up. You know, feelings. Enough said.
High winds, northern sky will carry you away. You know you have to leave here. You wish that you could stay. There's 4 directions on this map, but you're only going one way. Due south, that's the way I'm going. Due south.